everybody with Cousin Patches, baby. And I am sitting here with my old man, Bruno.
How y'all doing, guys?
Now, I promised y'all that we were going to tell y'all what we did to get our relationship together. And thanks for being patient. Because y'all seen some of the things that he did, you know, to help get it together. But we end up talking about American Idol. We never really got a chance to kind of do the second video because my old man's a hard-working man. So he had to leave. So he's slightly in a hurry today. So we're going to try to kind of keep it short, but still give you guys what y'all need to maybe help y'all within the relationship that y'all in. And honey, y'all know relationships is hard. I'm going to be asking Bruno questions like, you know, Bruno, why you bring me all them nice things, Bruno? You know? And y'all can see why he, you know, does all the nice things he does for me. Which is because, you know, he loves me. So, even though that you love people, and even though y'all in a relationship and y'all love each other, ain't no relationship perfect. Me and him is always going through something. I just say the other day, driving. Don't you hate driving with me?
Scariest thing in the world. I wish I could take a sleeping pill every time I sit in the passenger seat. My brake don't work on my side.
I don't know what it is, but when me and him get in the car, honey, and I'm sure a lot of y'all couples can relate to, he becomes the driver. I'm the one that's driving. He wants to be backseat side driver. And I be looking at him like, you know, we could leave the day. We going out to do something nice and loving for each other and spend our time. But when we get in the car and we get out in the main traffic, it gets very intense inside the car sometimes. Well, baby, you could have took that. You could have left. You could have went. I'm like, I got to go when I feel comfortable. You know? So I'm like, you know, when he got behind the wheel of the car, I wanted to give him back a little bit of his medicine. So I'm like, no, turn left, hurry up, turn left. So here we are messing with people on the roads. People that's driving around us, it's slightly like they over here try to prove a point fucking up the damn traffic because they try to prove a point about each other's driving. And we slightly fucking up the traffic.
It's bad.
It is bad, ain't it?
Yeah.
Because you done did that damn near turn, and it was almost a U-turn. It wasn't. You did do a U-turn in the middle of the damn road.
That's what the bus driver said. He said, make a U-turn right here, go to the light, turn right. And then you told me to follow the GPS that you was holding. You was wanting me to look at it, but how could I look at it while you were holding it?
Because it was down for a brief moment. You should have caught it when it was down.
Yeah. Keep my eyes on the road, my hands upon the wheel. That's all I was doing.
Anyway, as you can see, we still have disagreements about the driving thing. So, you know, we'll be taking vacations where we're going to have to pay somebody else to drive our crazy asses. Because by the time me and him get off of one of our road drives, we be at each other's throat. But love each other to them. So, y'all know y'all sitting around like, how in the heck two people love each other so much, but can find all these crazy little arguments, you know. We always find it, you know, when you're in a relationship, especially a good one, any damn way, we go hard. That's why we call ourselves the hardcores. We love hard, we play hard, you know, we argue hard, you know. But it's not always a healthy thing.
Arguing hard is not good for the relationship. I am the world's worst.
Yes, it is. It is. But, you know, some of y'all, you know, y'all been married for some years, and some of y'all in relationships with baby daddies and this, that, and the other. And you would tell yourself, why over and over again? Why do I put myself through this over and over again? And we like to think that it's called love. But it is called love. You put yourself out there, you put your heart on the line, hopefully for it not to get hurt. It's like a game of Russian roulette. And love can be a very dangerous game. We're trying to survive the game of love. And what we did to try to survive the game of love is that we had to start taking accountable for the things that we was doing wrong in each other's feelings. So, you know, like for me, I have the time, don't wake up till later on in the evening. He wakes up earlier than me majority of the time, which I'm trying to change that. Have I not been trying to change that?
Yes, you're working on it.
Yes. Because when I get up and be ready to fix breakfast,
I'm getting off work.
And what do you be looking for?
Dinner.
He's looking for dinner.
She want a bowl of Cheerios. I want a steak dinner. You know.
So So, we got this difference of opinion, so I didn't pick this laptop up, y'all, to put it on my lap so I can sit it. So sorry for the wobble. I'm trying to get it comfortable so y'all can see our faces. There, that's better, ain't it? Yeah, that's better. So, all these things I'm telling you guys because it's crazy. Here we are. I don't understand some of the things that he may do in life, when it comes down to his car parts and his little stuff that he feels that's important, like his little knives and all that good stuff. I don't tend to, I don't question, those things. And some of y'all women are out there, y'all women, y'all understand with me. He came to me not too long ago and was upset, that, like why I keep buying her and why every month her is such a big deal to me. Well, instead of me trying to sit down and explain to him how important her is, especially to our culture, I snapped. I'm like, don't you dare talk about me and my her. Obviously, you don't care too much about her because you don't have no her. And I'm sure he was sitting there thinking that, if he had her, that I'd probably cut it off and take it and word as myself her. So, but we love each other. And when you're in a relationship with the love, it's a give and take situation. You got to choose your battles that you wants to fight. And some battles is not even worth fighting. Some arguments we don't even remember what the hell we was arguing about to begin with. We just mad just to be damn mad. But then you got to realize, you got to sit back and ask yourself, do you want to live in a life without that person? Would you be happy without them? That's the question you ask yourself. And if yourself says, I'd rather live in a life with this person than without them, then that's how you know that it's worth your try. That's what I asked myself. I actually had to say, I had to weigh all the good things about my old man.
I'm glad I'm
that
heavy.
I like.
I'm glad I weigh a lot, so that way I weigh a little more to kind of help it out a little bit.
Yeah, you do, because, there's a lot of things that I like about you.
There's a lot of things I love about you, too.
Why tell me, darling? Why do you like me, darling? I don't believe you.
I love you for your smile. I love you for your heart.
Aww.
I love the fact that you love me, and I learned to trust you and believe in you and want your dreams to come true.
Oh, that is so sweet, y'all. It sounds so good, don't it? Well, see how he just went out on a limb and told me the reason why that he loves me. Well, I had to go out on a limb and let him know the things of why I love him. Because me being the kind of woman that I am, I'm not really big. I'm not used to really showing my emotions. I don't speak it out well. I show it, but I don't speak it out well. Like, I ride or die for you, and I feed you, and this and that. But I may not say all the beautiful things that I need to say to let him know that he's special to me. One of the things I love about him is I love his beautiful blue eyes. They so sexy. They so intense. I do. I love his lips. They look like Elvis lips to me. I love the fact that sometimes he's willing to think outside the box. Instead of bringing me flowers, he bought me fireworks, And when he does bring me flowers, he don't bring me gas station flowers. He brings me premium flowers. He thinks to bring me the best, even when he barely may have the best to give. And I love that about him. He's an excellent father. I love that about him. Even down to his stinky feet. His feet only stink.
And we're working on that.
Yeah, his feet, stinks like no other. But that's a part of him. I love these things because he makes me smile. He calls me his chocolate cookie. And I like that because I'm his cookie. Somebody that loves you enough to give you your own little name makes you feel very special. So what we had to do in order to find ourselves back, we had to weigh the pros and the cons. Y'all heard him say, hey, she don't want to cook breakfast. She don't want to cook dinner at breakfast and vice versa. And that bothered him. And, you heard, we talked about, for instance, my hair little problems and whatnot, this, that, and other. There's these things that we can find about each other that we do not like. You know what I'm saying? But once we say these things, you also need to take on the other hand of the good things. So once you say all the things that you don't like about this man or that woman that you with, then you sit down and you start making that list. We had to make a list of why we love each other. And I had to break it down to him. He loves me. And I don't know what that is. Yeah, something popped up. We gotta wait a second. But all I got to say is that once you weigh up all these good things about your man or about your woman, you'll realize that the good actually outweigh the bad. You know? They do. And then when you see that, that gives you more of an open book to say, okay, we're going to give this another try. Because apparently, he only got a couple things that I don't like about him. But he has a whole lot of things that I do like about him. So I'm going to give him that try. You know. We also, too, is that you know how when y'all get in an argument, we in a relationship, y'all tend to say things that y'all don't mean. So y'all say evil things.
Just keep your mouth shut.
Yeah, it's best in his situation to keep his mouth shut because, you know.
Brutal. In my mind, I live a fairy tale world, but when I get to arguing, it's like World War II.
It really is. So when you get to the point where you want to speak a lot of venom into your relationship, you and your person who you with, that's the time when I think I start praying to God. That's what we did. We went straight to God because it got to the point where the words got so bad, we was fighting around, hollering at each other, and saying all these mean things about each other. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't want that. I didn't want that in my relationship. So we had to go to a higher power. So whoever y'all higher power is, we went to that. And we studied the Bible. We did. We take turns out reading from the Bible. Hell, that's how we check our horoscope, isn't it?
That's right.
Yeah, and we point it back with two fingers and point to it, and then we break it down and figure out what it means. Good or bad. It always fits us, too. It always fits you, don't it? Yeah. We incorporated it in our relationship. We pray together. I know it sounds corny, you guys, but we actually take turns and we pray together. And through the strength of prayer, because that's how bad the war was, that only Jesus could fix it. So we had to turn to prayer. So this is the reason why we're coming to tell you what we had to do to fix it, because, honey, only Jesus was going to be able to help this relationship. And we turned to him. So sometimes you got to let go and let God. Right?
That's right.
Yeah, let go and let God. That's the best thing for you to do. And then once you start doing that and you add the Lord and the power and the word into that, and then y'all stop yelling at each other and actually start weighing the good things about a person. And, you know, instead of hollering about all the bad things, maybe we should start screaming out some of the good things that we like about each other. I love your hair!
I love your smile!
You know, I love these rosy cheeks.
I love them lips.
You know? And so, you know, all I'm just saying is, you guys, is that love is not easy. Y'all been watching my channel for a couple years, and y'all see people come in and out of my life. I don't want this to end up to another sad love song, no. I actually want this to end off, hopefully, one day with wedding bells. But for one thing that we had to do with each other, we had to take a deep look within inside ourselves and let each other know what was important, what was our beliefs, and start putting that first so we can find our way back to each other so we can be evenly yoked. I don't know, it's working for us so far. We having our ins and outs. It ain't been the best, you know. We're not perfect. But we are human and we are real. I would be lying to you. And everybody else would be lying to you too if they said they had a relationship where it was perfect. Do you believe people have perfect relationships?
Hell no. There's no way.
I don't think so either.
I'd love to close my eyes and believe that I could have the fairy tale lifestyle, that everything's perfect and everything would work out just right. But in my mind, I know there's every man and every woman, they have trials and all kinds of stuff that comes up in their life that not all the time they get along with or agree on, but not all the time does it have to lead or escalate to an argument. Maybe there's other ways that you could work it out.
Yeah, that's what you're gonna. Yeah, that's just what you have to do, because without trials and tribulation, y'all relationship don't have no story. Y'all won't have no men. I believe that the reason why people's relationships cannot be perfect because we're opposite sex. I care about stuff that he don't give a damn about. And but I came to him about the Bonney Brothers, her show.
Who the hell are they?
I was so like, How dare you? You don't know who they are. You
I thought it was a circus.
I was so upset. I'm like, that's just the only biggest hair show in the world. Sure. I'm like, it's bigger than the car show. He looked at me like, this lady done really flipped her wig. It was not bigger than the car show.
It was like Carl Casper gone wild.
Because he don't care about none of that stuff. It has nothing. That's not his world. He didn't even know that existed until I showed it to him. That's because he's a man and I'm a woman. I see a deer cross across the line. I'm thinking to myself, oh, it's so beautiful. Let's feed it. He's thinking to himself, that's dinner.
That's right.
So we,
As long as I got salt and pepper, deer's always in season.
You see what I'm saying? Poor little deer. Safe Bambi. So nobody, to me, if they say they do, if they come across like their relationship is perfect, them people got some skeletons in their closet and they just must don't want nobody to know. But I don't know what kind of relationship that is. And to be honest with you, I don't want a perfect relationship. I don't want it because I think something wrong if everything was, yes, dear. Everything's great, dear.
Everything's fine.
It's fine. I'll be like, okay,
that's when you're going home to your other woman.
So when everything's perfect, you go home to your other woman.
It would have to be because if everything's perfect in one life, you'd have to, something else is going on that you're making.
Yeah, you got a happy hair because it's dog. Oh my God, yeah. So I'll be worried. I'll be worried if my husband and me, my man or whoever's in your relationship, it's always perfect. And test it out. Say something that you know that's slightly gonna make him argue. He still be like, yeah, my mom ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? You be like, man, I know that was worth hitting me in my back. I know somebody say, your mama ain't shit. Yeah, your daddy ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? I'll be ready to cuss the person out. But if he probably be like, you know what? They wasn't that great parents after all. I would slightly wonder about that person. I wouldn't even want them to be in my life. You know what I mean? Like, because it'd be like, I might want to get life insurance. These people are crazy. Called AARP. So, I don't know. Love is crazy. And love makes you do crazy things, which is where I'm going to tell y'all the story that you can find on World Hip Hop about a couple, a strong couple, a man that loved his woman so much. Was his love too far? Now, Bruno don't have enough time to watch the video, but I'm going to briefly tell you guys about it while I'm telling Bruno about it, which I've already told Bruno a little bit about it, but I'm going to tell him again. And I'm going to get his input as well as I'm going to get y'all input, because this is where I feel where the love from a man to a woman has just actually took a crazy turn for the worse. Okay, it's on World Star Hip Hop, you guys, so y'all can go and check it out. And it's a little heart-wrenching. But these two girls had actually got into a crucial fight. It's a very emotional. Y'all know I smoke. And it was, they was the same size. Remember? No, you didn't watch it. They was the same size. One was not bigger than the other. Because I don't want that to fall and eat up in this bed. And they sitting there fighting. The girl approached the girl. They the same size, right? And one came with her boyfriend. I guess the boyfriend was supposed to be there or whatever, just to make sure everything was okay or whatever. But they was the same size and they was fighting. So basically, just put me in the situation if I was fighting some girl. Same size. Now, what if I start losing? She ain't killing me, but she is kicking my ass, okay? Well, why the boyfriend tried to pull the girl apart and the girl still was fighting the girl and she couldn't pull her apart, so he started beating the girl up, started stealing on her and hitting her and kicking her. Then he picked up and threw her. He was like, get off my girlfriend, get off my girlfriend, and slung her onto the damn ground. I was outraged, you know. The man was like, the guy was talking about, well, this is his girlfriend, and so she was getting beat up. One-on-one fight now. That he felt the need to help his girlfriend. So he beat up the girl that was beating her up.
You gotta give him a chance to fight it out, though. You know, there's a difference between a time to stop a fight. You know, you let them fight and beat the shit out of each other.
And when you try to stop them, the other girl's still hitting your girlfriend. No, you go to punching that girl and then beat her.
You gotta let it go to so far. You let them beat the shit out of each other till it's time to be.
Till the titties pop out.
Oh no, they're already out. Until it's time to be stopped. You know when it's time to be stopped. Just because she's getting beat on for a little bit. You know, if she goes unconscious, yeah, then that's the time to step in and refrain somebody from physically losing their life. But if they're sitting there fighting, you're going to let them fight it out, especially if it's just two girls. If it's a third person jumps in, that's when I would clock out.
But so, do you think it's okay that he fought the other girl?
No,
to get
you
the
never
other girl
put your
on
hands on. You never put your hands on a woman.
So you think he should have helped his
I think you're allowed to break up a woman fight. I think you're allowed to restrain them, not hit them, or you're allowed to grab a hold of them and not slightly choke them out, but you're allowed to grab them and, you know, like you say, it's enough, it's over. But yeah, you have the right. As a man, I would step in and say, hey, that's enough. She's had enough. Get off of her. But just because she's getting her ass whooped. And I think that's the right thing to do, too. Just because she's getting her ass whooped, let her get her ass beat. Maybe that she deserved it for a reason. A lot of people don't. There's a reason why people fight. Some people just are assholes and just want to jump up and start beating on people. But it is 90% of the time, there's a reason why somebody's getting their ass kicked. You're right. You're right about that. And you never know. You never know. I've been in plenty of fights, and I've seen them broke up and been a bouncer, and I've seen people just straight get knocked the fuck out. And the person that knocks them out or sucker punches the person, that's the person I go after first, just because, you know, they're defenseless. They're doing nothing, and I've sit there and listened all night long, listening to them talking how they're going to hit this person, and as soon as they hit them, I go get the person that started the fight. Yeah. Yeah, and when I watched the video, y'all, I was outraged, too, because I kind of felt like even though that was his girlfriend and they in love, he don't want to see his woman get beat up. He should have, when he pulled her apart or tried to get them apart, he shouldn't have started spilling on her. He took the fight as if the fight was started with him. He started beating his girl up as if he was a girlfriend. Get your girl that can fight first. I was outraged. I don't know. Y'all watched the video. Y'all sent us y'all opinion. Because I was slightly know how y'all felt about it, because I was outraged. I was like, hell no. But if the shoe was on the other foot, what if it was two men fighting? What if it was a man that was fighting Bruno and it was an even fight? Would I jump in the middle of it? Sure you would. Yeah, I would. I could have helped it. I was fighting and doing. Fights with me don't last that long. You know, get out of my baby! You know? So, you know. I would try not to, because remember I told you I was trying to, you know, I'm trying to get myself together, let vengeance be the Lord. But I probably want to run up and help my baby, you know, if he was losing. If he was sitting there kicking ass or something, then no. Because I got a head of steel. But if he was losing, a fist of iron. If he was losing, I would jump in and I would start fighting the guy too. So why is it right? Me as a woman, for me being a woman, I feel like it's okay for me to jump in and help my boyfriend from getting beat up. Yeah, that's one thing I don't like, two people, you know, why you want to jump somebody? Why does it take 2-on-3 or, you know, 3-on-1? Why, if you're going to fight somebody, fight fair. Don't be a punk. Don't be a punk. No jumping. No jumping. It's just, you know. That just shows that you're a pussy. But yeah, but when the boy jumped on that girl, I felt like he had no right to hit her. But I don't know, I guess it's difference of sexes or whatnot. It's all about crazy love, crazy relationships. That's what we're going through. This is not scripted. Y'all know this is my life. So I'm not getting ready to tell you that next week me and Bruno is going to be the greatest couple in the world. We may not be. Hopefully we are. But maybe next week when you call, we might be the greatest couples in the world. We'll be happy in the moment. Because you know why? We're reality. This is what happens. We're real people. This is what it is. Take the good with the bad. This is the way it goes. So to some of y'all that's out there in that relationship, before y'all throw it out, before y'all go too far, you know, take a good look and see if your life is worth living with that person, or is it better, or you'll be happy with that person not inside your life. And if you feel like you'd rather have that person in your life than away from your life, then y'all try to do what y'all take to fix it through prayer. Long distance relationships rough. I love you to death, and I'd do anything in the world for you. Oh. I know the long distance relationship is tough and rough on you. It sucks. Well, don't go. No. Don't go, don't leave. Valentine's Day's coming. Will you be mine? Well, you're gonna be yours. Yes, I'll be yours. Be good to me. You be good to me, I'll be good to you. You're my baby. I'll be better. You gonna be better than you? Yep, I'm gonna fix my crazy ass ways. I know I gotta fix some of my crazy ass ways. I'm gonna try to cook you breakfast during dinner. We got something to tell you too. I cannot take this girl to the buffet. I'm gonna call her out on TV. Man. Our first date, I wanted to be on the buffet, and y'all parked at the buffet, and he looked at me and was like, "No, we're not going to the buffet." There's a reason why he don't like taking me to the buffet. First time I was, you know, because we was a little shy on money, Well, you know, we're not struggling too bad right now. But the first thing we had to do, we had to stop at the Dollar General store to get some garbage bags for some take home. Not just one bag, not two, not three, 4 bags.
That's all you can eat. I can't eat it all sitting out in one session. And I feel so bad, you guys. I feel so bad. I do deep down inside. I feel
Having
so
those
bad.
little Chinese, Japanese, Asian people looking, nothing racist against them, but I love their food. But to have them look at us like these motherfuckers are eating 17 plates of food. They just look at you all weird and shit. They're like, where are you putting this? But when I walked in, you know, because I remember the first time, I was like, all right. So we walked in. I said, I'm eating for table for 2.5, please.
Yeah,
not 2, 2.5. I'm kind of big, you know. They're like, oh damn, maybe he's eating all that food.
I'm guilty. I was slightly taking pork chops.
But it's funny.
And strawberries and stuff, and put them in my purse.
I've never seen somebody so scared while they were eating at a buffet.
Because I shouldn't have been taking this shit to begin with. And what made it so bad is why was the people behind us was like a little family. And as I was sitting there, you know, I paid for the food. It ain't like I didn't pay for it because I don't steal.
It's all you can eat.
But it's all you can eat.
There's no sign.
They didn't say that you could only eat from this time to that time. So, you know, I knew I was going to eat some more later on. We wanted to watch Hollywood Husbands. So, while as I was sitting here putting pineapples in my purse, a little kid was standing over me watching me. I felt so bad.
I was like, you remember that show Bill Cosby had on? She looked over, she was like, which one? I said, kids say the damnedest things, and like that, and that time a little kid popped up, and I thought she was going to scream, this girl's shoving pineapples in her purse or something.
Yeah, Mommy, she put pineapples in her purse. I felt so bad, you guys. So, you know, I won't be eating at no more buffets for no while because, you know, I got half of it in my refrigerator. But, but times is hard right there. He's talking about his pockets is okay. I'm broke. But sister girl gotta eat. You know, so I don't know. I couldn't eat all my food there at the restaurant. I had to take some of it home with me. I'm bad, y'all. It ain't no good excuse for it. But you know what? I'm not perfect. And then as my man, he had to put up with that. He didn't want to do that. He's like, I'm trying to take you out on a nice date, and you shoveling ribeyes and T-bones in your purse. So, he could have left me there.
I'm a sucker for food. I ate it too, so I'm guilty too.
Oh, I love you. See, I love is crazy. Mwah. I love is crazy. That's we're Bonnie and Clyde, I guess. We're food bandits. Next time we go back, they're probably going to have our face up in the window. But no, when we was walking up, we seen a girl and some chicken wings or something. He said it was hanging out of her pocketbook.
It looked like teriyaki juice dripping out of her purse. Had so much shit in it, it was just oozing out the bottom. At least we go get bags, you know. Some people just wrap some shit up in a
paper towel.
In a paper towel. We tried that once, it didn't work.
Got all over my damn coat. So until next time, tune in, continue watching Cousin Patches, baby. And don't forget about Sweet Additions TV, with Candy Sims. And check out Mama Tina on 1975 Patches. Smooches, sugars, and this has been one Superior Show. Mwah. We out. The hardcore. You look good on camera. I'm gonna give you a. Do you want Ricky Ricardo hair? You want some long, streamy, beautiful hair? I can give you a mullet for the low.